Parker. Hey. I'm that same old body with the steez. In a baked outfit, got a shark on the hood of my top and the ape on my teeth. Link up soon, let's talk over tea. These days it's all about flex and talk, but bro, I'm trying to make this pee. I got a text from the bro in Cali telling me sit tight, gonna make me a beat. In a guy for the stylish babe on a stylish date, trying to make me a treat. She trying to talk about rovers, it's over, I'm trying to bag this dream. 2 sets, let me take this call, gotta skate real soon, trying to pattern this G. It's been OT nights, bit far from the den, trying to get big checks and the cash flow speed. A couple boys on the block, man, I've been lapping on locals and socials, man's looking all hot. Tell the youth just stay off the violence and make peace, don't worry about. I'm just keeping it real, man, you know my dough, trust me, big words to my pops. In the yard at the end of the broski, man, you know me, I'm taking. Don't talk like you know my thing when you're around my. I send you to.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. We'll see the Charlotte Hornets facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Pass to Smith. Back to Love. To the wing on the left. James with the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
It's Bridges on the wing. Curry surveys. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Okogie. The offensive rebound. Williams' shot is good.
Williams.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Here's James. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
Just adding to his record scoring total, I tell you, the ageless king, LeBron James is his name.
Pass to Nurkic. No good. Love with the defensive effort. Here's James. And he drops in the layup off the glass. James has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Out of bounds.
And the ball out of play. The Cavaliers will have it. Here's James. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. When I asked him about Jusuf Nurkic, he noted how physical he was. And he said to me, we need to focus on boxing him out and not letting him get offensive rebounds. Our guys need to play with toughness tonight. Seems like there will be plenty of action on the glass tonight, guys.
Allie, thank you.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
And so James will bring it up for the Cavaliers. And he banks in the layup. James has got 6.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Now here's Curry. Oh, there's the alley. And pushing it up, here's Cleveland. The 3, James. And that's his 4th bucket in 9 attempts.
Well, I don't think anybody is expecting this shot. LeBron showing some confidence with that long
2 minutes
ball.
remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Okogie on the wing. .151 left in the first quarter.
Mark Williams.
Williams' shot is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The assist from Jefferson.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Okogie. No points yet. Here's Nurkic. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Continuing to develop his jump shot. Nurkic draining his shot has helped his confidence moving forward.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 5.
Cleveland foul.
Defeated by Utah in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
First team
They hit
foul.
a couple big shots, but overall there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Clock at 6. Right side Curry. Over Love.
Right now they're losing ground. I mean, they might need to switch things up a bit. Maybe hit the offensive boards a little harder.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after those.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Williams. Here's Nurkic. Check by James. Here's Okogie. Jefferson grabs the miss.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's James. Again, the miss by James.
That's the end.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Cleveland on top, up by 5.
The Charlotte.
Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Now here's Curry. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Green. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And there's James from the arc. Oh, LeBron buries a 3.
Not the guy you want to give three-point opportunities to. LeBron doesn't hesitate to take these shots and knock them down.
Nice shot by Okogie.
Assisted.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass and rhythm.
Here's Thompson. Out to James. Pulls up. And that one off the back of the rim and in. James has got 14 points for the game.
Add this game to LeBron's extensive career highlights. I mean, he's had plenty of big nights like this, but it never gets old.
Now here's Nurkic. Okogie on the wing. Pass to Nurkic. Count that one.
Yusuf Nurkic.
Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
Now here's Love. Back to James. Oh, LeBron! Just too much to handle inside.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now.
Outside, Green. Here's Okogie. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Cavaliers foul. Richard Jefferson. First personal foul. First
Charlotte
team foul.
shooting their initial free throws of the game here.
At the line for the Hornets, Josh Green taking 2 shots.
That free throw no good. And Charlotte making a change here. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. The Cavaliers lead by 8. Here's James. Nice work inside from James.
Yet another stellar night for LeBron offensively so far. In some ways, he's just unstoppable.
Pass to Okogie. Ball stolen. James deciding where to go with it. Here's Jefferson. The shot's good on the assist by James. And the Cavaliers lead by 13.
Knowing exactly where his guys are at all times. That's a nice dime from the King.
To halt the run. And that one's good. Green. Green's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Pass to James. Here's Irving.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
It's hauled in by Simpson.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Here's Diabate. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Simpson.
Diabate's got his first points of the night. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Back to James. No good on the triple. Hornets trail by 9. Pass to Green. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Team foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Green with the ball. Irving picks him up. And it's Green missing.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Here's Irving. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Here's Simpson. Good on the shot.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And it's Irving missing. Hornets trail by 9. Pass to Bridges. Uses the glass on the layup.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Okogie. Pass to Bridges. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession.
Hornets substitution. Salon. Seth Curry.
There's 6 seconds left in the first half. Here's Diabate. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cavaliers. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be... Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Hornets trail by 9. Out left to the wing. He shoots it. They get it again. Pass to Williams. And here's Nurkic. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Nurkic has gotten his third basket of the night.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Even if they saw the step back coming, the defense didn't offer much resistance.
Here's Simpson. Here's Williams. And that one's good. Nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Matthew Dellavedova. First personal foul.
Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
At the line for the Hornets. Simpson. 2 shots.
That one misses. So both teams making some changes here. And the second free throw is good. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the 3rd quarter. Here's Irving. And the layup falls. Irving's got 8 points.
A nice start to the 3rd. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Here's Simpson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Outside Jones. Irving for 3. Can't hit that one. Hornets trail by 7. Down low. Here's Simpson. Back to Curry. Poke loose. Inside. Outside for Irving. Pass to Fry. On the wing, Jones. And it's Irving off the drive. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd. 2 minutes.
Back to Curry. No one near him. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Irving looking around. Curry with the block.
It's huge whenever Seth Curry comes up with the block. I think it ignites the entire team.
Pass to Simpson. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And the Hornets making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Cleveland leading by 9. Outside Irving. Lets the 3 fly. No good there. Smith outside. Pass to Curry. Back to Smith. That one off the back iron and out.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Here's Jefferson. Back to Irving. Nails it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 13.
That's the decisiveness we talk about with Irving. He's quick and right at it.
Outside Curry. From deep three-point land. Thompson pulls it in.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Right side, Irving. And it's off from three-point range. Hornets trail by 12. To the paint. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. From behind the arc. Another miss by Irving.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
To the inside. Williams.
Williams.
And Williams punches it home.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive.
39.
One hand, whole punch.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. The Cavaliers on top, leading by 10. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Cavaliers. 10-point lead. And he's headed to the line for two. He gets the whistle there.
Hey, you want to try to guard LeBron, good luck. I mean, the king is impossible to stop. Fast, strong, smart, tough, creative, draws lots of fouls.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hornets trail by 12. Okogie on the wing. Pass to Smith. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Hornets foul. Nick Smith. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Jefferson. Back to James. Fader on the way. And that one comes up a bit short. Hornets trail by 12. To the middle. Now here's Nurkic. Ooh, stolen by Smith. And now the Cavaliers on the break. All the way, the King!
You know, LeBron plays a very mistake-free game, usually in the open court. And when he's out on the break, the points are almost a guarantee.
Nurkic shot is good.
Assist from.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
James.
Charles foul.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Third team foul.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
And here's Nurkic for three. Shot's no good. Made four, he's missed four now. James, outside. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. James has got 25 points.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Here's Nurkic. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Hornets trail by 15. An open look for Smith. Charlotte, no good that time either. Here's Cleveland. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Fires the three. Pure from three-point range. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Yeah, this is Smith's game. He looks to score whenever he can.
To the inside. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Josh Green. First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Clark, in your opinion, how does social media affect the game?
Monumental ways. One, I think the most direct way is that it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how they're going to engage with their fans directly. Player to fan without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways. Except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there in the strategy.
Pass to Love. Here's James. Gets it to go from the corner. James has got 9 points now in the second half.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
It's going to be on LeBron James.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. And Cleveland making a change here. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Salone. No good there, off the double clutch. Irving for three. Okogie pulls down the board.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Down low. And it's blocked by Irving.
Excellent anticipation from Kyrie that time on the block.
And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Back to James. There's James on the wing. From the arc. Smith outside. Pass to Irving. Back to James. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. They grab their own miss. Outside Irving. Back to James. The three is up. Outside for Irving. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Tries yet again. Jacks up a three. Smith outside. Pass to Irving. For three. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this game.
Find another like me, yeah. Too bad I might make her my accessory. The mama said I rock like too much black, I might need me an exorcist. Let me shine forever. If it's time, I'm ready. I might turn on it. Think this heaven sent. Be the like me, she can never. Be a like you, I can never. I'm with the game forever. Getting fresh forever. Top floor, but we on the 5th level. Getting cash forever. Forever.
And I wanna get forever. And I wanna get forever. And I wanna get forever. Yeah, she checking that. She like a earthquake. I know it's never. But I couldn't be like you, I could never. He said he couldn't be like me, he could never. It's hard to say loyal to you when she looking at me in that way.
Yo, be that like me, you can never. Yo, be that like me, you can never. Yo, be that like how I might never. Yeah, shot it right forever.
Punch the clock with inspiration. No standing in line, man. Guess less sorted. I worked 7 days this week, man. Fake the accreditations. Paid outfits that I'll return later. Got yourself some new shoes. 50 hours overtime. Can't get no sleep. Fashion week. tease, man, you own this place. Spit that smile, do that dance. Monday we'll come down, but Wednesday we'll be back. Ha ha! Got yourself some new shoes. 50 hours overtime. That's a week. Can't get no sleep.
This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. You look at Charlotte.
They just haven't been locked in recently. Their style of play has been aimless, pun intended. You wonder if maybe down the road they'll shake up this roster or something.
Tip-off goes to the Hornets. Here's Simpson. And this game could be meaningful for both teams, Clark, in terms of playoff position.
I think you're right, and that's why I expect a real heated battle. I mean, no team wants to back into the playoffs. You want to come in on an uptick and playing good basketball.
And Doncic hammers it home.
Boy, it's so impressive to see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
Now here's Bridges. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Inside. And it's Hachimura missing. It's stolen by Doncic. Pass to Reeves. Back to Hachimura. Left side Reeves. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Back to Hachimura. Can't get it to fall.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And that one's good. Green.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Back to Hayes. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. They trail by 1. Pass to Simpson. Here's Okogie. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. And it's Green missing.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Simpson. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
James, left side. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, that's exactly where LeBron wants to go. Almost unstoppable once he gets the ball in the painted area.
Pass to Green.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Simpson.
2 minutes.
Back to Green. Sinks that one from the post.
The assist.
Green's got 7 points in the game.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
Hayes misses. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Hayes has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Williams' shot is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
Reeves throws that one down. Held nothing back.
From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD, Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
And Josh Green going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team.
Here's Hachimura. Can't get it to drop.
Seth Curry.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They trail by one. And this matchup with Los Angeles, their first meeting of the season. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Out to Hachimura. James deciding where to go with it. Just 5 on the clock. Hornets with the rebound. Defeated by Utah in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Pass to Hayes.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Charlotte
14.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
The recent years have been a bit of a struggle for the Hornets, Clark.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, they've dealt with injuries that have really been problematic and roster changes as well. I mean, very much a team in transition, trying to figure out who they are and what they can be. And it's hard to get things clicking when you're having changes in your roster, compounded by injuries as well.
Charlotte trailing. Now Curry. Still no points. Bridges outside. Pass to Nurkic. Over Hayes. And too long on the shot. This James on the wing. In his last out. Whoa! Are you kidding me, LeBron?
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Now Bridges. Pass to Nurkic. All alone. Jump shot is good that time. Nurkic has got his first points in this one. Left side Reeves. Hayes with it. Back to Reeves. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Here's Curry. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Knocked away. Pass to Green. Here's Okogie. Now Bridges. Hachimura covering. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Such an athletic guy. Bridges just hammers it down.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
That's his first personal
Grant,
foul.
even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Smith outside to the middle. Pass to Okogie. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Hachimura. And he gets it to go.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Okogie. Nurkic with the ball. He's defended by Hayes. Back to Okogie. Out to Bridges. No good with the triple. So it's Los Angeles now. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
I really didn't see much of an edge from that. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Down low. Tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Nurkic.
Checking in for the away team, Simpson.
Here are the Lakers now. They're on a 12-4 run. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Pass to Nurkic. To the inside. Shot clock at 3. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Los Angeles ball.
The Lakers lead by 9. Here's Doncic. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that is what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Nice finish from Luka.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Here's Simpson. No made baskets yet. Outside, Green. And here's Nurkic. Blocked! And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers earning this break in the action, up 10. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back with you shortly. Happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's Doncic. Here's James. Oh, and the jam by James.
Yet another stellar night for LeBron offensively so far. In some ways, he's just unstoppable.
Pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And they'll keep possession. Tries again. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Lakers ball.
Hayes inside. And finished off by Hayes.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. B.A.?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. To the paint. Here's Salon. Hachimura with a rebound. Los Angeles leading by 14. Back to James. Here's Hayes. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Hayes has got 11.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Green for three. And they get it back. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Austin Reeves. That's his first.
Charlotte's shooting their first free throws here for the night.
At the line for the Hornets, Mark Williams, 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Clark, in your opinion, how does social media affect the game?
Monumental ways. One, I think the most direct way is that it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how they're going to engage with their fans directly, player to fan, without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways, except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there in the stratosphere.
Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Excellent dribble move by Bridges. He keeps polishing that part of his game every year.
Down low. Okogie pulls down the board.
And despite a struggle scoring the ball, they've done enough to build this lead.
Bridges outside. Pass to Okogie. And it's rejected. Doncic left side. And a nice finish on the layup. Doncic has gotten 4 this quarter.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the Kings still doing this at this age?
PA, I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. He's in that category. One of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age.
Pass to Bridges. Off the mark there with a 3. Los Angeles leading by 17. Hachimura outside. And it's off from 3-point range.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Assist from
defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Here's Reeves. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Smith outside. And the three off target. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
And the basket by Hachimura.
It's such a plus for Hachimura when he's forcing the defense to defend him behind the arc.
Here's Simpson. Yet to see a basket. Smith outside. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Hayes. Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And don't go. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Hornets trail by 20. To the wing on the left. Now here's Smith. Over Reeves. And stolen by Reeves. And they're on the run. On up the court. And Doncic hammers it home.
With so many physical gifts. Taking flight right there.
It's Bridges on the wing. And we hear about the unwritten rules of sports sometimes, Clark. What are some of those in the NBA?
Well, you try not to ever foul an airborne player. I think most players are really sensitive to that. Don't disrespect the other team. Be professional and sportsmanlike when you've got a margin of victory that doesn't need to be added on to. In other words, don't run up the score. Don't try to get numbers for the sake of numbers. And play the game, play to win, and do it with respect at all times.
To the left side wing. From the baseline. Smith no good. And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. When this game's over, they'll be off to Golden State as they take on the Warriors. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
One of the tough things about guarding Reeves is his change of pace ability. I mean, he gives you a lot of different looks, a little bit herky-jerky and kind of unorthodox, and all of that keeps you off balance.
It's deflected. And he recovers it. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Diabate. Left side, Green. Smith outside. Over Reeves. Smith no good.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And the basket by Hachimura.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
To the middle. And stolen by Hayes. Here's Reeves. There's the drive. And that one is hammered home.
Putting his head down and going to work. I love that intensity from Reeves.
Curry with it. Hachimura covering. And the shot goes in. Salon. He's got his first basket.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
And that one's good. James.
How many times have we seen LeBron do this? Take over a game to put up big scoring numbers. A bunch.
Inside. Here's Diabate. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Doncic. And Doncic with the jam.
I know Doncic takes pride in being able to produce for his team. He's doing it at a high level here.
Minute 32 left in the game. Back to Smith. And stolen by Hayes.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Lakers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they're going to win this one, making this their 47th victory so far.
This season series will be 3 games, and they've set the tone with the win here against Charlotte.
And what a huge performance it was for LeBron James.
And you can't put a price on the value of his rebounding in this game. His effort on the glass was a game changer.
Out of bounds.
3, Smith. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it.
Hey, when you're trailing, you cannot afford to give the ball away. You got to take care of it.
And Charlotte making a change here. And it's Hachimura missing. Here's Charlotte. Curry, he's open. Rebounded by LeBron.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Shot is good by Reed.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Back to Curry. 12 seconds left in the fourth. Charlotte, no good that time either.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch them. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well.
They failed to create enough good looks. The ball movement just wasn't quite where it needed to be.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's Bridges, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now here's Alvarado. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. And he gets it to go. Stan, once teams get into the postseason, what kind of changes do we typically see?
Well, Brian, the one thing you see for sure is everybody's rotation will get shorter and the best players' minutes will go up. There's no more experimentation now. It's time to put your best players out there for as many minutes as possible.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Soft touch off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Bridges outside. Outside, Green. 6 on the shot clock. On the take. And he buries his first look.
Miles Bridges.
Here's New Orleans now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
And it was just a strange loss. Far from their best, but still managed to keep it close.
Yeah, and those are the type of losses that kept me up late at night. They were 1-2 plays away. You think about every possibility just to get 1 or 2 more buckets.
Curry's shot is off. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes. An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's Misi. 8 points in his last time out. Back to Alvarado. Shot clock at 5. Shakes him. And it's good on the lay-in. Misi's got 6.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
On defense, the Pelicans. Pass to Green. Back to Bridges. The 3 is up. Pelicans cleared away. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Hornets team.
And they swept the team last season, got the upper hand, and sustained the momentum.
Well, the disparity in talent has been clear-cut, but it's another season and another opportunity to turn the tables.
And Williams has got the ball here for Charlotte. Curry drives in. Outside for Green. Right wing. Here's Simpson. From outside, off the mark. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. New Orleans shooting their first free throw of the night.
At the line for your Pelicans.
And that one falls. That puts them up 1 point in the game now.
The commitment and the effort is all there with Jordan Hawkins. He seems very intent on continuing to up his game.
Now here's Payton. Here's Misi. And he banks it home with one hand.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
On the wing, Green. Here's Simpson. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. They grab their own miss. Here's Williams. Pass to Green. Shot clock at 6. Tries again. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A nice shot by Hawkins.
A classic hustle play from Hawkins in transition to ensure they get it done on the fast break.
Now Olynyk pulls it from the top of the key. And the Pelicans get another bucket right there.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to lose.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
That was sweet. And so it's New Orleans closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've won. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pelicans?
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
All by himself. Here's Reeves.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Howard down after the assist, led him to the lane.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Robinson Earl. Outside Payton. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Hornets trail by 10. For 3, Smith. And it's Hawkins with a rebound. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Rebounded by Green.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Left side Curry. Pulls up on the wing. Rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. TA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Payton with a steal. Here's Hawkins. Again.
Don't touch the stove, I'm begging on this. I'm Freddie, I'm Mike, I'm Chucky, I'm Jason on this. You shaking on this, got something for hating on this. I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this. Not now. I've been waiting on this.
flex. Excuse me while I flex. That's to my left. You're bad with bad breath. For bags I do conquest. Find back then I collect. No, that love. Like each no and respect. Oh yes. It's like I'm grandma. PT get back, I need 10 steps. Don't care who got up next. PT can't miss. Ain't her like this. But not my cheek. I got the bread to trick. I see your ex down bad. I think he need assist. So I went that mama. No drama.
You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. You look at Memphis.
You know, during the win streak, it hadn't been just one guy. The starters, the bench unit, the coaching staff, everybody's at the top of their game right now.
Yeah, and I don't see them cooling off anytime soon. I mean, it's going to take a very special effort to take these guys down when they're on a roll like this.
Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
Pass to Jokic. No good on the shot. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
80 can't hit. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to catch up with Michael Malone. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
With the drive.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Morant scanning the floor. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Morant's got his second bucket of the game to go. You know, Clark, I've been wondering your thoughts on the possibility of the NBA shortening the season in an attempt to mitigate injury.
Look, Kevin, I've long been a proponent of a shorter season. I think 65, 66 games, 1 month less on the regular season would be great. We know load management didn't decrease injury rate, so I'm not sure a shortened schedule would either, but I do know it would improve the quality of play for the players, and I think that would be beneficial to the fans.
What time is it?
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Brown. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
Yep, Westbrook seems to have a sixth sense for those kinds of openings. Knows exactly where the gap is and finds his teammate perfectly.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Najee. 6 to shoot. Pass to Watson. Denver needs to get off a shot. Westbrook, no good. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Here's Saric, and not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. To the middle. Here's Kennard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
Here's Brown. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Here's Aldama. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Memphis out in front.
The Grizzlies, 10.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
Now here's Morant. This came out 36 points for him.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Thanks very much. Kevin, Jamal Murray is built for clutch situations. Coach Michael Malone said, I know a lot of guys are pretty good in the regular season, but when the stage is at its biggest, Jamal seems to step up and perform. He's a guy that thrives in the moment, never afraid of it. Can't say that for a lot of players. Kevin?
Well, you're so right. He isn't afraid of anything. David, he is big time. Thank you.
That's his first personal
and the foul on Jamal Murray.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Checking in for the Grizzlies.
And the Grizzlies making a change here.
Jaren Jackson Jr. Desmond Bain.
Here's Morant. Gordon with the defensive effort. Nuggets trail. Here's Murray. And blocked by Bain.
And look who's right there to stop it. Bain with some crucial timing on that block.
On the wing, Porter. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive end.
The game now all time. Jamal Murray with the 6 points for Jokic.
Jokic showing his mid-range talent this time. Dynamic with the ball all over the floor.
The Grizzlies with another miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Aldama. Now here's Wells. Jackson trying to break free. Wells' shot is good. Wells has got his second bucket.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Let's give it up one more time for your Nuggets Vinny Dance team.
And so it's Watson who will bring it up for Denver. Trailing by 2. Here's Westbrook. And another miss by Denver. 1:57 left to play here in the half. Outside, Bane. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Assisted.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
Out left of the wing. Here's Saric. Knocks it loose. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Good on the triple. Wells has got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start. Finding a rhythm right now.
Outside Jackson. Buries it from 3-point.
Hey, yo, bad play.
Hey, I just went by the watch with a whole lot of diamonds to show out these my time. Took a trip out to Cali to hang with the make a play and get off that. I say R.I.P. Kobe, so fly when I ball out, where I skydive. So much on me could've went by the Williams, the Rudies, a big Popeye. In a whole different bracket, this life is immaculate. If you hit me for you know that I'm taxing. Keep buying cause that's still in the packages. If he say that he robbed me, he capping me. Really no throw sevens like Kaepernick. You not blind and you see that we have it. Known in my city, so no, I'm not average. Came a long way from in the cabin. Know that I in the that I rep. Went to Solomon, I iced out the 10 for 600 on all I net. Paid it full like Mitch. Really having it. Got out that started rapping, and 6 months later I'm rich. No, I'm with some elegance. I'm with it some with a post, so I hope that you hesitant. If they make them wish that they never, most of these just they be telling it. Man, I'm finna take over, I'm stamping. How you this hit that selling ain't rip. Left your dog in that rain and ain't help with it. How is you solid, you ain't never dealt with it. You see me, I come different, I'm blessed with it. We ain't got the rollie, it go with my necklace. 30 for both, you could you mess with it. Can't do the show if it don't gotta check with it. Deep popo, I swear they irrelevant. Hating like I don't know, that's really jealous. Knowing they mad that they no longer next to me. Know that I in the that I rep. Went to Solomon, I iced out the 10 for 600 on all I net. rapping, and 6 months later, I'm rich.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our distinguished analysts. Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
And no surprise, they've been excellent. You look at the talent, the coaching, the leadership, all top level. If they can stay healthy, they may dominate the rest of the way.
Well, they just looked like they were on autopilot for most of it, to be honest with you. Effortlessly dominating, super impressive. This team has it going.
Here's Brown. The Thunder making their last shot. The kick out to White. The three is up. It's tipped. From the high post. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for OKC. Pass to Dort. On the wing, Caruso. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 27 points his last game. Here's Holmgren.
On the backside, Porzingis is staying very aware and alert, keeping those big hands moving.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
And yep, it's good.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Brown. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
So it's Oklahoma City now, following the bucket by Boston. Back to Williams. Holmgren inside. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
White on the wing. Back to Tatum. Off the mark there with a 3. Thunder leading by 4. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on White.
Second team foul.
He's established himself as an MVP candidate. But what is the ceiling of SGA in your mind, Brett?
Well, if he's there now, is that good enough, BA? I mean, this guy has a chance to win an MVP award in the next 6 or 7 years, and is going to be considered that caliber of player for that stretch. That's pretty awesome. He can put up big numbers, which is more impressive.
Brent, we're deep into the season now. Who do you see as the favorite to win it all?
Well, tough, BA, to do any predicting at this point. You want to see the matchups and how those things play out. But, man, there are some elite teams right now that are salivating at the opportunity to compete come playoff time.
And there's the call on Al Horford. That's his first foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Boston making a switch here.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes. Boston foul.
So it's Oklahoma City now. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
4th team
Holmgren's
foul.
got 6.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Lugens Dort.
Brown looking around. Horford outside. Back to Brown. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Dort. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Hauser. Shoots over Holmgren. Here's Cornette. He can't hit that time. Here's Oklahoma City now. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Williams' shot is good.
Tell them not to sell it, it's worth more than gold. And guiltiness will catch them in the end. Oh yeah, oh yeah. They'll try to manipulate you through your pockets. Thanks and praises.
With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce.
And I think coming back home is exactly what this team needed. They got roughed up on the road. It was a big wake-up call. I'm curious to see how they respond.
Pass to Lopez. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Left block shot on the way. Outside Edwards. For three, Randall. And he buries his first look.
Boy, that is some big-time range on display from Julius Randall. Okay.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Now here's Edwards. Last game, he had 34 points. Ooh, poked away. In transition, here come the Bucks.
Well, you can see that Taurean Prince, with his length and anticipation, can create turnovers. Off to the races they go.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Of course, we talked mostly about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the focus of this one. Coach telling me I've lost sleep thinking about Giannis. He can just take over a game, no matter how you play him. We're hoping he'll be a little off tonight. Do off nights exist for Giannis, guys? We'll find out.
And Allie, thank you for that. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis' career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And, B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Clock at 4. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Edwards. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. From the top of the key, Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Superb defense, guys. No way he's going to let him get off a clean look at the basket.
Lopez for 3. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. And the Bucks making a change here. And the Timberwolves with possession. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Second shot opportunity. Porter pulls it in. And the Bucks with the possession here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
That's a game they know they probably could have won. And had a few more things gone their way, they would have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good. But the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments. And that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
First team foul.
Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
And Minnesota calls time here. Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Make some noise.
And both free throws good for Edwards. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And the ball out of play. The Bucks will have it. .40 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Amude. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Edwards looking for an opening. Reed with it. Back to Edwards. To the inside. The kick out to Conley. From outside the arc. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. The three is up. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Pulls up on the wing. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. The Bucks on top, up 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
For 3, Randall. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Timberwolves trail by 3. High post Reed. And here's McDaniels. Still no points. Outside Edwards. Right wing. Here's Conley. Amude with the rebound. And so Porter will bring it up for Milwaukee. After this game, they can look forward to Philadelphia, where they'll match up against the 76ers.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Now here's Conley. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Randall. Last game, 26 points for him. Amude with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 7. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
Now here's Conley. To the middle. Right side Reed. To win the run. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
McDaniels with it. Now Porter defending. Down low. The kick out to Conley. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Out to the wing. Pass to Jackson. To the paint. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Now here's Reed. Outside Conley. Back to Daniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Releases. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Pass to Jackson. Outside for Porter. Smith with it. Fires for three. Reed with the rebound.
Excellent job of closing out on that three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Randall, good.
Well, so often the guy who sets the screen. In that instance, Julius Randle with the ball in his hands in the pick and roll. Go ahead, Julius.
Jackson. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Here's Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. Let's go with a three. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
They were able to come away with wins in both games last season. Impressive, to say the least.
These two teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road.
They get the rebound. The lead now cut to single digits.
I love that kind of energy from Naz Reid. You don't give up on a play.
Milwaukee shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. He misses the free throw. And Minnesota making a change here. He hits the second from the line. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Here's Dillingham. Cranked it in off the glass.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Milwaukee shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. That shot, no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. They have a nice 9-point cut.
31.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Graham.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Here's Rollins. Prince. Got it. Good job in the low post. Prince has got 7 points.
High activity, challenging the heart of the defense. Taurean Prince is not afraid to mix it up.
Inside. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Gobert. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. They lead by 11. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And Gobert with the stuff.
And vertical threat that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
To the right side. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Kuzma. No good from outside.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Down low. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Here's Dillingham. There's the drive. That one is off. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
To the middle.
Milwaukee foul. Brook Lopez. First personal foul. Substitution for your Timberwolves. Julius Randle. Anthony.
And Minnesota with possession here. DiVincenzo on the wing. He buries it from 3. DiVincenzo's got 6.
That is an absolute dime from the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. Every year gets better as a playmaker.
First free throw is good. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, B.A., whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have 0 problems with the salaries.
Timeout called, the Timberwolves.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Yeah, what a sweet move from Giannis. Just breaking down the defense there.
Now here's Randle. 5 points in the game. Outside Reed. Randle, right side. Just 4 to shoot. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Here's Dillingham. Pass to Reed. Here's Dillingham. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Randle's got room. Nails the 16-footer. Randle's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
Now here's Lopez. Making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. Trent on the wing. Outside for Green. Puts up a deep 3. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Substitution on court.
23 seconds left in the third. Here's Dillingham. That's tipped. Porter with the steal. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. That's good from Trent.
What you love about Gary Trent Jr., guys, is here's a guy who not only excels from the three-point line. Yes, he's a consistent guy stretching the floor, but his fearlessness, his willing to take big shots in tight spots, that is something to behold.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Milwaukee leading by 11. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
It's Edwards on the wing. Off target from outside. And here's Milwaukee now. Trent with room to shoot. Nice shot from the wing.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough. Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
I mean, they played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
The kick out to Edwards. No good on the triple.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Pass to Smith. From downtown. Minnesota with a rebound. To the inside. Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
And Reed not only gets off his feet, does it in a hurry and with some strength.
And it's Livingston missing.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Pass to Porter. Here's Livingston. Puts it up. And the Bucks miss again. Edwards with it. Guarded by Smith. Tries to break his ice. Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Timberwolves trail by 11. The kick out to Conley. Reed for three. It doesn't go for him. Connaughton outside. Pass to Smith. For three. The three ball. Gets the three ball to go.
You have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
They get it back. Here's Randall. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Fades back. Reed with the rebound.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Milwaukee leading by 12. Reed brings the double. Connaughton outside. Pass to Livingston. Now Porter. Connaughton outside. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. Porter's shot is off. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Bucks.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
After coming away with this W, this will give them 42 wins on the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
You can tell the moment the pass left his hands, he knew he messed up.
Conley with the ball. So this one belongs to the Bucks. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are...
As I can go to win. I'm back going hard again. I'm shutting down my heart again. No one can get next to me, so they gotta put orders in. Try my best to act like I didn't care, but I can't hold it in. And I'm not in the losing. I go hard as I can go to win. He tryna ditch me, that ain't gon' get to me. I can't get my energy. He said that